Welcome everyone, I'm Ati the Hero, and today's topic is the open world stealth action adventure game Assassin's Creed. The game was developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft in November 2007 for Xbox 360, PS3 and PC. Yes, the game is nearly 10 years old. The game follows two lines of story that interweave with each other from time to time. The modern story is set in 2012 and follows barista Desmond Miles, who has been kidnapped by the giant corporation Abstergo to further their research into genetic memory. On the historical side, the game follows Altair ibn Lahad, member of the Levantine Assassin Brotherhood, the Hashashin, during the Third Crusade. It is during this that the Assassin's Creed is heard. To quote, and pardon my Arabic, La shay'a wakin, mulak balakula mumkin, or nothing is true, everything is permitted. The difficulty is not changeable. The game has a big world that is cut into pieces to make it even bigger. Altair can visit cities like Jerusalem, Damascus and Masyaf, among others. And you don't necessarily have to go on foot, as riding a horse between cities is also a thing. To move on to other things, the game has aged, that needs to be said, but with games like this, I wouldn't or shouldn't really say they aged, as much as the sequels have spoiled me enough to make the game seem more aged than it is. That being said, the missions are still repetitive for the most part, which might turn off a couple of people. Speaking of missions, what kinds of missions do you have? Well, of course, every time your main goal is to get rid of your assigned target. But first, you need to get info on them to know where to find them. You get info by beating it out of the orators, pickpocketing, and eavesdropping. How you go about the game is speaking to Al-Mualim, going to the city he sends you to, speaking with the local assassin, doing the intel missions, killing your target, going back to Al-Mualim, wash, rinse, and repeat. To move on to the enemies, next to normal guards and the harder Templar Knights, you also have a third enemy. And now I'm not speaking of some third, even more powerful faction. No, it's the bloody population. Namely, the crazy people and the beggars. The beggars won't let you go just in general, and the crazy people throw you into guards because that's what crazy people do. Also, Altair can swim. In my opinion, the game might be a bit color-coded, but that might just be because of the trends of the time it was released at. Other than that, I'd say it might just be the best looking AC game on last gen. The music, as always, fits the setting and the period really well, not giving me much to talk about. And so we're here. Well, even though it can be argued that the game's aged, the graphics are on the edge of being color-coded, and the gameplay can be repetitive, the game is still a lot of fun, still looks good, what's repetitive isn't necessarily bad, and it also tells an alright story, which is why I believe it deserves 7 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this video, and with that, goodbye.